Welcome to AnilTV Education. Today we will discuss about the 10th class in that 8th unit English. So here human relationship in that A reading. So here Jamaican Fragment. So here in that part 2. I could not bring myself to believe such a thing, and yet, with my own eyes, I had seen a little dark boy taking orders from a little white boy, obviously his social equal, and younger and smaller. We were a race really inferior. So inferior that even in our infancy we realized our defenses and accepted a position as the white man's servant. So here in that, so what happened? The little white boy. So here he is acting as a master, and the dark little boy as acting as a servant. So here he thought that why did the white dark boy treated as a servant? So here in that there are little child also. So here in that society also the child are thinking about these social issues, these are the young children are there, how they are poisoned their minds in thinking about social equality. So here, so how they get the differences that the black peoples are treated as below level, and boy is treated as high level. Why the interference came in this childhoodness? So here why it is came as insufficient, so insufficient as a position. So why not the white boy is treated as a servant? Such type of questions he recalling in his mind. So here, for a whole day, I plunged over these problems. For a whole day, my faith in my people was shaken. When I passed by the afternoon, the little birds were not there. That evening, I thought deeply on the subject. So here, next day, so on that whole day, so when he observed that children are playing, so the whole day he thought about that how the differences, how the social differences wasn't the little mind's mind. So he thought and he was unable to keep concentrate on their work. So here next day when he passed by that afternoon, so here at the time the two little boys were not there. That evening he thought deeply and he went on his work. The next morning, the boys were there again, and the man was standing at the gate watching them. I stopped and looked just to see what the white boy was making his little servant to do. To my utter astonishment, the dark little boy was striding imperiously up and down the lace, while the white youngster walked abjectly behind him. So here next day, so in the name as usual here, the two boys are started playing in their garden. So here the author is standing behind them and watching them. So he stopped walking and he stood and he is watching what the boys are doing. So here he is thinking that again the white boy is making to do. So black boy as a servant, what kind of work he make to do him, the little boy. So here he was thinking about in the himself. So here the little boy was stared imperiously. So here haftily up and down the lace, while the white youngster walked abjectly behind him. So here the black boy is acting as a master, and here the white little boy is acting as a servant. So here Get me a banana. The little boy ran into the house and reappeared shortly with a banana. Peel it for me. So here the little boy was peeled the banana and handed it to his dark master. So here, so whatever the conditions are saying by the dark boy, so here the white little boy is following that one. He said to get a banana, so he ran home and he brought a banana, and here the dark little boy said to peel it, and he peeled the banana and give it to the dark little boy. So here the dark boy is acting as a master and the white little boy acting as a servant. I saw it now. Now it was indeed a game I had played as a child. Each boy took in his turn every alternate day to be the boss or the other the same. It had been great fun to me as a youngster. I smiled as I remembered. I looked at the man standing by the gate. He was a white man. I remembered what I had thought yesterday. He, no doubt, I thought to myself, was wondering if the black race is superior to the white. So here he observed that he realized that they are playing the games. So here the game has been played by a child. So here one day he is playing as a master role and other is doing as a servant. So here they are completely involved in game but not in social issues. He realized that and he felt sorry for that what he thought the previous day about these blacks and white boys. He think that no now, so his thought himself was wondering why the black superior is to the white. I laughed gently to myself. How silly grown up are, how clear we are, how wonderfully able we are to impute deep motives to childish actions. This man, I said to myself, with plus all the day, or whether the blacks with eventually rise and rule the world because he thinks he seems a little black boy realizing at the tender age his superiority over the white. I will say him for his puzzle. I will explain it to him. I went across to him. So here he is loved at himself. How he think about them, how he misunderstand them, how he was wondered how they are deeply motivated to the childish action. So he said it to himself and he realized that what I thought it was wrong. So here he thought that blacks will be finally rise and rule the world. So he thinks he is the little boy realize a tending age and he has the superiority powers on the white. So he said himself and he explained himself and went across to him. He went to his work. I know what we are thinking, I said. You are thinking that maybe the black race is superior to the white because you just saw the little dark youngster on the lanes ordering the little boy around. So here he says that I know what you are thinking. So here he is thinking that the blacks people should be superior to the whites. So here the blacks people should be high level in his power. So here he saw that the little boy youngster was ordering the white boy. So here the white boy is acting as a servant and whatever the dark boy is saying, he is obeying his orders. Don't think that it's a game they played alternate days One is the boss and the other is servants. Let's grant it's a grand game. I used to play it and maybe so did you. Yesterday I saw the little white boy bossing the dark one, and I worried all the day over the dark boy's realizing of his inferiority. So young in life, we are silly, we grown ups, aren't we? So here the boy is, so the two persons are discussing, so that so here in the same way we also played, so but we are forgotten that, and we are, so here we are silly and we are grown up, we are thinking in the social manner. But here these two children are realizing playing happily their game, and so we also paid that, but we forgot it. So last whole night I think about why the dark white boy is bossing to the whatever that he's giving the order to the dark man. So in that I thought and I realized how the society is being changed. So whatever he thought it is a lie. So the children are never focused with any social issues. So here the children are playing their roles by happily and they are enjoying their game. The man was surprised at my outburst. He looked at me smilingly. I know all about the game, he said. The boys are brothers, my sons. He pointed to a handsome brown woman on the veranda who had just come out to call in the children's. That's my wife, he said. So here the man who is talking, so he said to him, so he was outburst is nothing but a sudden strong expressions of emotions are seen in his face. So he said that, you know, these two children's, I know about this game very well. So these two children's are my brother, are my brothers, my sons. These two boys are brothers, so there are nothing but my sons. So he pointed a handsome brown woman, so who was on the veranda, who was staying in the veranda, so who is calling for the children to come. So that is my wife, he said. I smiled, my spirit laughed with me. This is a Jamaica, I said in my heart. This is my country, my people. I looked at the white man, he smiled at me. We will miss the tram if we don't hurry, he said. So here he smiled and they looked each other, and the author thought this is a Jamaican. He said himself his heart, and he said that this is my country, how the peoples are there. So here he looked at the white man and he smiled at him, and he said that if we will miss the train or bus, we don't hurry, he said. సో ఇక్కడ డిఫరెన్సెస్ అనేది, ఒక వైట్ బాయ్ ఒక బ్లాక్ బాయ్ ఇద్దరు అబ్బాయిలు ఆడుతూ ఉంటారు. అక్కడ వైట్ బాయ్ ఏంటిది బాస్ లాగా యాక్ట్ చేస్తారు. సో ఇక్కడ బ్లాక్ పర్సన్ అతనేంటి బాయ్ అనేది సర్వెంట్ లాగా పనిచేస్తాడు. సో ఆ అతను అక్కడ నుంచి చూసి అతను ఆ రోజు మొత్తం ఆలోచిస్తూనే ఉంటారు, అరే సొసైటీలో వైట్ బ్లాక్స్ రిచ్ పూర్ అనేది డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంది, ఈ చిన్న పిల్లల మీద కూడా ఏంటి సోషల్ అండ్ డిఫరెన్సెస్ అనేది కనిపిస్తుందని ఆ హోల్ డే మొత్తం ఆలోచిస్తూనే ఉంటాడు. సో ఎందుకు వైట్ వాళ్ళు బ్లాక్ పీపుల్స్ని తక్కువ చేస్తారని ఆలోచిస్తూ ఉంటాడు. సో ఆ డే మొత్తం ఆలోచిస్తే నెక్స్ట్ డే అతను అక్కడ దారిలో వెళ్ళేసరికి అక్కడ వాళ్ళు పిల్లలు కనిపించరు. సో ఆ పిల్లలు కనిపించకపోతే అతను ఏంటి చూస్తాడు, అరే ఈరోజు పిల్లలు లేరు కదా అని అతని వర్క్కి వెళ్ళిపోతాడు. సో మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ డే మళ్ళీ ఆ పిల్లలు సేమ్ అక్కడిని ఆడుతూ ఉంటారు. సో ఇతను మళ్ళీ చూడాలి అని అనుకుంటాడు అక్కడ. సో వైట్ పర్సన్ ఇంకా ఆ బ్లాక్ సర్వెంట్ని ఇంకెలా చెప్తాడు, ఇంకెలా పని చేయించుకుంటాడు చూద్దామని అనుకుంటాడు. కానీ ఆ రోజు ఏమవుతుంది, సో డార్క్ బాయ్ ఏమో మాస్టర్గా యాక్ట్ చేస్తాడు. సో వైట్ లిటిల్ బాయ్ ఏమో సర్వెంట్ లాగా యాక్ట్ చేస్తాడు. సో అతను వైట్ పర్సన్ ఏదైతే పని చేయమంటే అతను చేసి అక్కడ పెడతాడు. సో ఇక్కడ బ్లాక్ పర్సన్ ఏమంటాడు, బనానా తీసుకురా అంటే అతను లోపల నుంచి వెళ్ళి బనానా తీసుకొస్తాడు. సో తోలు అంటే తీసి చేతిలో పెడతాడు. సో ఇతను ఇవన్నీ చూసి, అరే నేను ఆలోచించింది తప్పు, ఈ పిల్లలు ఏంటిది గేమ్ అనేది ఆడుతున్నారు, వాళ్ళకు అసలు ఈ సోషల్ దాని గురించి ఏమీ తెలియదు, వాళ్ళు హ్యాపీగానే గేమ్లో ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయి ఆడుతున్నారు, నేనే అనవసరంగా వీళ్ళ గురించి ఇంతగా ఆలోచించి బాధపడ్డా, వీళ్ళకి ఏం తెలియదు, వీళ్ళు హ్యాపీగా ఆడుతున్నారు. సో ఎవరైనా చిన్న ఉన్నప్పుడు అలాగే ఆడుతుండే. సో మనమే ఒకదానికి ఇంకా వేరే అన్ని విధాలుగా ఆలోచించి మనమే మన మైండ్ అనేది డిస్టర్బ్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో ఈ చిన్న పిల్లలకు ఏం తెలియదు అని అనుకుంటాడు. సో అతని తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ అతను అలానే ఆలోచించుకుంటూ వెళ్తాడు. సో అక్కడ ఇంటి ముందట ఒక గేట్ ముందట ఇంకొక అతను పర్సన్ ఉంటాడు. సో అతనికి ఏంటిది జరిగిందంతా చెప్తాడు, ఇలా ఇలా జరిగింది, నేను ఇలా చూసిన. సో అతను ఏమంటాడు, అయ్యో మీకు ఇది తెలియదా, సో ఈ గేమ్ ఇలానే ఉండరు, నేను ఎప్పుడు చూస్తూనే ఉంటా, ఈ వీళ్ళ పిల్లలు ఆడేది నాకు ఎప్పుడు తెలిసే. సో ఈ పిల్లలు ఎలా తెలుసు అంటే ఇతను ఏమంటాడు, వీళ్ళిద్దరు వీళ్ళిద్దరు నా పిల్లలే. అక్కడ వరండాలో బ్రౌన్ కలర్ హెయిర్స్తోనే ఉన్న ఆమె నా వైఫ్. సో ఇక్కడ వాళ్ళిద్దరిని పిల్లల్ని పిలుస్తుంది కదా, ఆమె నా వైఫ్ అని. సో అతను ఏంటిది, సో నేను ఇలా అతను సర్ప్రైజ్ అయిపోతాడు. ఏంటిదంటే, సో నేను ఇలా అంటున్నానని మీరు ఏమన్నా ఫీల్ అయిందా అంటే, సో అతను ఏం అనుకోలేడు, అతను నవ్వుతాడు. సో ఇతను కూడా ఏంటిది, అరే నేను అనవసరంగా ఎక్కువ ఫీల్ అయినా, వాళ్ళ పిల్లలకి ఏం తెలుసు, ఏం తెలియదు, సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ఏ జమాకియన్ అంటాడు. సో అతను లోపల అనుకొని, సో వెళ్ళే టైం అవుతుంది, వెళ్తున్నా అని వీళ్ళిద్దరు వెళ్ళిపోతారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ.